We are going inside the toy box with Inside Out, so let's get cracking! Hello, all my explorers, and welcome back to Loren's Adventures Out There. And if you're new, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. My name is Loren, and I'm with Castlescapes and Clones, where we discuss everything in the Disney universe. We talk Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, The Muppets, 20th Century, Disney Plus, ABC, Hulu. If it's about Disney, we are talking about it. So if you like that kind of content, we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. So we are continuing our series for Inside the Toy Box, which is our look at the films of Pixar Animation Studios in chronological order. And today we are talking about one of my favorites, 2015's Inside Out. Inside Out tells the story of the 5 basic emotions that live in a young 11-year-old girl named Riley. When her family moves to San Francisco, the emotions have to figure out how to adapt, but it becomes a battle between joy and sadness that begins to break down Riley, and they have to understand each other before they do Riley harm. The development of Inside Out began in late 2009 when director Pete Docter began to see his daughter Ellie becoming more introverted. Docter approached Lonnie Del Carmen to become a co-director. Both discussed their past experiences to adopt an idea involving emotions for the film. The directors and producer Jonas Rivera worked with psychologist Paul Ekman and UC Berkeley professor of psychology Dr. Keltner on fleshing out the story with a certain amount of accuracy. Production designer Ralph Eggleston worked with neuroscientists to design the locations in Riley's mind. Keltner and Ekman emphasized the emotions formation of social lives. A total of 27 emotions were identified for the film, including irritation, envy, greed, gloom, despair, depression, love, schadenfreude, ennui, shame, embarrassment, and hope. Ekman and Keltner then brought it down to anger, fear, sadness, disgust, joy, contempt, and surprise. Doctor got rid of contempt and surprise as they were basically doubling for 2 of the different emotions. Also, originally joy was 2 characters, happiness and optimism, until they combined them into joy. They wanted to streamline the emotions to represent the universal signals. Keltner also focused on sadness that strengthens relationships. Docter felt that Riley should not be the main character, but the location of the story. The emotions, with their wildly varying personalities, would be the stars. Half the writing staff were women, rare at the time when men mostly predominated the animation industry. Amy Poehler, the voice of Joy, really helped flesh out her character, as did Richard Kind, the voice of Bing Bong, who saw his character as the fading of childhood. Also, at one point, the story was going to be about joy and fear, but Docter did not see what Joy would learn from fear. It had to be her diametric opposite, sadness. Rivera chose Phyllis Smith after watching a lunch scene in Bad Teacher and told Docter that they had found their sadness. Fear was based on Don Knotts and his wide eyes and ability to switch on a dime. For that role, they chose SNL alum Bill Hader. Mindy Kaling was absolutely excited about the role of Disgust when pitched to her. Doctor also felt that Louis Black was perfect for anger. Polar was the last of the emotions cast. Doctor really wanted to push the emotions animation with broad acting, and they looked more at the work of Tex Avery and Chuck Jones. Michael Giacchino served as the movie's composer. Doctor wanted a score that was bittersweet and nostalgic. When Giacchino met with the directors and producer about the film, he went back and composed an 8-minute piece based on his emotions, listening to their pitch. Since Doctor was a musician in his own right, the two could discuss the music and flesh it out with the characters. Inside Out made a worldwide total of $858.8 million. It was the seventh highest grossing film of 2015. Deadline Hollywood calculated the film's net profits as $279.51 million, accounting for production budgets, marketing, talent participations, and other costs. Box office grosses and home media revenues placed it sixth on their list of 2015's most valuable blockbusters. Critically, the film scored 98% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, with critical consensus stating inventive, gorgeously animated, and powerfully moving. Inside Out is another outstanding addition to the Pixar library of modern animated classics. Inside Out received an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Screenplay and won Best Animated Feature. The film's other nominations include 14 Annie Awards, winning 10, 2 British Academy Film Awards, winning 1, 3 Critics' Choice Movie Awards, winning 1, and a Golden Globe Award, which it won. It was named one of the 10 best films of 2015 by the American Film Institute, as well as the National Board of Review, where it also won Best Animated Feature. A sequel titled Inside Out 2 has been announced to be in development for a June 14th, 2024 release. The film will follow Riley as a teenager with a new set of personified emotions. Amy Poehler will be reprising the role of Joy, while Mindy Kaling and Bill Hader will not be returning as Disgust and Fear, following reports of a contract dispute. Okay, so what did I think of Inside Out? Like I said, it's one of my favorite Pixar films. It's probably one of my favorite Disney films overall. Um, uh, no, it is one of my favorite Disney films overall. If I had to combine, all of Disney together, or even just Disney and Pixar together, it would be in at least the top three. Um, and at Pixar, it's difficult because Up is another one of my favorite. Russell is one of my spirit characters, but Sadness on in this movie is also one of my spirit characters, and it was very interesting reading about Keltner talking about how sadness often strengthens relationships, and I think that's why I say that she is one of my spirit characters, is because I feel that sometimes through my sadness, I do end up strengthening relationships. And I just remember coming out of this movie and going to therapy and just telling my therapist that, oh my God, I found my therapy movie. Um, I just adore this movie so much. And I thought all of the voices are just perfect for their emotions. I'm a little bit sad to hear that Mindy Kaling and Bill Hader might not be back for the second movie, but I'm interested to know what other emotions are going to be coming in. Another reason why this movie is so special to me, it's literally the story of my life. I was 11 years old when my family moved to California, to the Bay Area specifically, from Minnesota. I mean, like, seriously, the parallels are just staggering. And I remember I just wanted to go back to Minnesota, and I contemplated like running way back home. I was miserable in California, which is funny because I will never leave California at this right now. The weather is too perfect here. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It was just the story of my life. So I was watching this story, this movie, and just seeing the story of my life unfold, and then also learning to accept the role of sadness in my life. And that's why I love this movie so much. There's just so many different broad strokes to it, and I just love it. So, anyway, did you watch Inside Out? And if you did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you had a good time today, we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. Visit us on all of our socials down below, and visit our website at www.castlescaveandclones.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you later. Bye!